Clark. So, first of all, with the number 10 pick, Iana Martin. Pros. Dynamic guard. Absolutely dynamic point guard. Is able to see the floor at an elite rate. Is able to get to the basket. Can shoot the ball. Is a dog on defense. I'm not going to say the best defender, but she's a pest. And a lefty. So a little bit crafty. A very good pick and roll ball handler. And somebody who is elite downhill. Cons.
The Indiana Fever have a real puzzle on their hands when it comes to finding the right backup point guard alongside Caitlin Clark. 5 names stand out as the most realistic possibilities, each with their own strengths and clear limitations. Anna Martin, available at the 10th overall pick, is the kind of guard who makes things happen fast.
Who is elite downhill. Cons. I don't know if you want a downhill point guard with Caitlin Clark. The reason is that if you have Caitlin playing off the ball, you still want her to get the ball. And normally with those type of players, you want point guards to pass the ball left to right. You do not want downhill point guards because a lot of the time downhill point guards work the ball into bigs. She will be a very effective backup point guard with Aaliyah Boston on the floor, running the pick and roll, and will not do it at quite the Caitlin Clark rate, but will probably be the best.
She reads the floor well, attacks the basket, and is a nuisance on defense. Being left-handed adds an extra layer of awkwardness for opponents. Her best weapon is the pick and roll, and with Aaliyah Boston on the floor, that combination could be genuinely dangerous.
And will not do it at quite the Caitlin Clark rate, but will probably be the best pick and roll navigator of any potential backup point guard. However, I don't know about how her minutes will be set with Caitlin Clark. If maybe she will have the ability to run the point guard position with Kelsey Mitchell on the floor and run the point guard position and run the 2 guard position with Caitlin Clark because she does shoot the ball quite well. There is a possibility for that, but another con is that you lose the 10th pick on her. It means you don't get a chance of taking a.
The concern, though, is her style. She is a downhill driver, meaning she pushes toward the basket rather than moving the ball side to side. That does not always pair well with Clark needing the ball in her hands.
Wing, which, by the way, if you're keeping Hull and you're keeping Sophie Cunningham, you do not need Gabriella Jaquez or Gianna Neepkins. You just don't. There's only so many wings you need. So, Iana Martin is one of the options. Another option is Julie Van Loo. Julie Van Loo, negative. You will have to trade for her. Positives. She is somebody that clearly wants to be.
There is also the cost. Using a 10th pick on a backup means passing on a wing, and with the roster already holding players like Hull, that position may already be covered. Still, Martin has the skill set to handle the 2-guard spot alongside Clark when needed, which gives her some flexibility. Julie Van Loo would require a trade to bring in, but her fit is arguably the most natural of any name on this list.
Wants to be a backup to Caitlin Clark because her style meshes very, very well as an on-ball, off-ball player. She has played in the Belgium national team as a score-first player with Julie Allemond, who is a true point guard beside her, and she has excelled. She played, especially when she played with the Washington Mystics as in her rookie year. Let's look at her stats for her rookie season. In her rookie season for the Washington Mystics, she averaged 7.4 points, 4.3 assists, and decent enough considering the difficulty of shots.
She has operated as both a scorer and a facilitator depending on what her team has needed, something she showed clearly during her rookie year with the Washington Mystics, where she put up 7.4 points and 4.3 assists a night. She can play off the ball beside Kelsey Mitchell and shoot freely, or she can shift into pass-first mode and feed Clark. Neither role is something she does at an elite level, but the ability to do both is valuable and rare.
Considering the difficulty of shots she was shooting, not the worst three-point percentage. She is a live wire scorer when she is allowed to shoot. We saw it in the first game of the year for the Valks. She was just letting it fly. It did not do much at all off the bench for the Sparks. A very solid backup point guard, a vet, has played at a high level and is someone that can switch it on while being a pass-first point guard or being a flat-out scorer. I think when she's on with Caitlin,
that versatility makes her a stylistic match that others on this list simply do not offer. Ari McDonald is the most familiar name here, having already been part of the Fever. She is a ferocious competitor, a strong passer, and a relentless downhill threat.
I think when she's on with Caitlin, depending on what's needed, She can be an off-ball backup to Kelsey Mitchell and let it fly, or she can be that pass-first point guard whose job is to get it to Caitlin. She has that versatility to play both roles. Will she do either at the highest level? I don't think so. But of all these players, stylistically, she's one who can kind of do a bit of both, can give you some scoring, and can also get the ball to Caitlin. Another option, Ari McDonald. Ari McDonald, pros, was a member of the Fever last year.
When paired with Clark in the backcourt, specifically with Clark running the point and McDonald alongside her, there have been moments that worked well, most notably against the Atlanta Dream. The problem is durability. Over the past 4 seasons, she has played just 20 to 26 games in 3 of them, and she picked up an injury in the very first game of Unrivaled.
Pros, was a member of the Fever last year. She did exceptionally well as a member of the Fever last year. Plays her ass off, a really good passer. Mostly a downhill passer, mostly a downhill pick and roll player, likes to run at speed, and she doesn't pass forward a lot. She doesn't pass laterally a lot. She is a downhill driver and a very, very good passer. Downsides. We have seen a complete inability to get any effectiveness out of her playing the one with Caitlin.
If she goes down again, the Fever are left scrambling with no real safety net at the position. The talent is real, but the injury history makes her a gamble that could fall apart quickly. Odyssey Sims is a name that keeps coming up in these conversations, but the role being discussed does not suit her.
Kathy Engelbert, 60 minutes. Let's see. Let me see if I can find this clip. Where is it? She talk about the drama. I think we all remember that clip, man. Hold up, wait a minute. That is very, very interesting. I can't even lie. Correlation might be on to some here.
She is not built to come off the bench for limited minutes. She needs the ball constantly to function. She does not do the small things that make a backup valuable, and her shooting is inconsistent. As a hardship replacement, stepping in when a starter goes down and running the offense until they return, she is actually quite good.
Where is it at? Because I know I did a video on it. Because she said it. And she spoke about the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark rivalry. Let's see here. In that Pacific interview, and if correlation...
That is the version of Odyssey Sims that works, but asking her to play 10 minutes a night as a reserve will not produce anything useful. Her career pattern over the last several years backs this up.
And if correlation is right, the WNBA is rigged. Hella rigged. Because I haven't even pulled up the Fever schedule yet. You keep saying Angel has damaged her brand. She did. Angel Reese damaged her brand by going to parties. Angel Reese damaged her brand by pretty much becoming, and she didn't make an OnlyFans account, but she damn near did.
She thrives as an emergency starter and struggles everywhere else. Mariana Ortiz is the most under-the-radar option. The Spain national team starting point guard is 33 years old and not coming to the WNBA based on any current reports, but her profile is worth noting.
And she didn't make an OnlyFans account, but she damn near did. Angel Reese damaged her brand by throwing her entire team under the bus. Talked about the city she played in. Ryan and Gray tweeted things that basically called this, it has been in the works. Wow. It has been in the works. This is crazy because if this is true, what correlation is saying, it's rigged.
She does not score much. 5 points a night would be a stretch at this level, but everything else in her game is clean. She moves the ball, plays defense, gets boards, and most importantly, she gets the ball to the right people. Beside Clark, that last quality matters more than most things.
Is saying it's rigged. Damn, where's that interview, bro? Damn. I gotta go to my videos, y'all. Hold on. I gotta go to my videos, bro. Where is that video? I gotta go to my videos, bruh. Hold on. Maybe I can find it on YouTube. Yeah. Kathy Engelbert. I need to find a clip.
The lack of scoring punch is a legitimate drawback, and at the WNBA pace, doing everything else well may not fully make up for it, but as a low-usage, high-IQ piece, she could hold things together.
Engelbert. I need to find a clip. WNBA commissioner, 60 minutes. Because if that is true, she spoke about this rivalry, bro. Oh, she definitely did. She definitely did. Where is it at, y'all? Bear with me. Where is it? I'm finna find it.
The most likely outcome is that McDonald gets the role, and if she stays healthy, it could work.
Hold on, or was it the Caitlin Clark one? Oh, I think I got. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I got it. Okay, listen.
But there is almost no recent track record of her doing that, and she is currently nursing another injury heading into the offseason. If the Fever are thinking long-term, Martin offers the most upside and the highest basketball IQ of the group, someone who won MVP at the FIBA U19 World Cup over players like Hannah Hidalgo, Kiki Rice, Chloe Kitts, and Joyce Edwards, and nearly knocked off the United States in the final.
Damn special in her pretty much bringing up the WNBA, trying to say the WNBA was ready for this. This was the best rookie class ever. And speaking of the rookie class, the commissioner, I almost forgot about her, bro. We got to pull up on her right now. Guys, listen to this audio of Kathy doing the 60-minute special right now. I'm about to play it. Drop it.
Kathy Engelbert is WNBA commissioner.
The Caitlin Clark phenomenon. How do you describe it?
That does not happen by accident. Her fit with Clark is still an open question, but the talent is clearly there.